morning, honorable members and technical. Once again, I welcome you for the continuation of yesterday's special assembly meeting. On the agenda, we have these 2 days. Yesterday, we were able to deal with 7 items. Today is day 2. We have 2 items for the day. And the first one is electoral area project. Discussion of electoral area project. Honorable members, Honorable Chief, Deputy Chief, what are the honorable members, please? Can I have the attendance for today's, whether we have formed a quorum before we start the meeting? And I want to cross-check yesterday attendance. So add yesterday's ones to it. I want to sign and thank you. So first item, the electoral area project. Honorable members, the floor is open for electoral area project. Quickly today, we don't have time. We don't want to experience what we experienced yesterday per the time. We wasted almost all the day here. Honorable Emmanuel,
thank you, right, Honorable Presiding Member. I think it's a project that is done annually. Then we are all aware of that this year it will be done. So I think since the year started, we can then bring in our what you have in mind doing this year. We can start bringing our requests. We start the process. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Emmanuel, for what you said. Honorable members, anymore. It's all about our electoral area project. Nothing more, nothing less. Electoral area project. Is budget officer around? We will know the budget allocation for the electoral area project 2026.
600,000 has been provided for the electoral project.
Thank you. God bless you. Resume your seat. So far as we have the budget allocation for the electoral project, honorable members.
I think we started second quarter. So I don't know if second quarter is okay or third quarter, I don't know.
I think we are in Kipling. Any of this one, we can start proceeding.
Okay.
Any of this one, we can start proceeding.
Okay. If this is the discussion of the House, may I hear your sound?
Yeah.
So the last item for the day, presentation of reports from all SO departments, units on activities and
Officer.
Okay. Good morning, honorable members. Honorable Chair. Colleagues, members of the Parliament. Good morning, Honorable PM, Honorable Assembly members.
Good morning.
Good morning, Coordinating Director, Heads of Department, and unit present. As you may already aware, I'm Samuel Setankumasi, the Municipal Development Planning Officer. I'm here to do a presentation, a composite presentation on the performance of the Dade-Kotopon Municipal Assembly. This is my presentation outline. Let me say this. This has been extracted from the Ghana Progress Report. And then 2025 Ghana Progress Report is the last report of 2022-2025 Regional Term Plan. So you will see some analysis from 2022 to 2025 when some of the slides contain that. You can bear with me. This is the presentation outline. Look at the introduction, the purpose of M&E, legal and regulatory framework that can give assembly to do what we do. The process involves the challenges, key achievements, and then the conclusion. When there is time, we will go through the project and program level. Okay, these are all English. And our monitoring is rooted in law, either by the Constitution, by the Act, or the legislative instrument, LI 2232. The APR is a quarterly, or is an output of the quarterly and annual progress monitoring that we do. And then it also serves as a major document for the district league table, which is spearheaded by NDPC, and the district development data platform, which will be used to assess the assembly or all the assemblies on DPA. The preparation was involved collecting and collating data from all departments, agencies, and institutions, processing and analyzing the data in comprehensive reports, and validating the draft report with the MPC members for submission to NDPC through ICC. This is the purpose to assess the level of implementation for the year 2025 of the Composite Annual Action Plan
ensure accountability. The processes, we do quarterly monitoring visits, including monthly site visits,
as well as supervisory visit of the West Department to project site. This visit enables us to compile data,
analyze them, and were presented to meetings for review for other omissions or commissions, and then we also conducted participatory monitoring and evaluation. The challenges that we encounter as an assembly is untimely response to requests for needed information from the units, departments, and agencies. And some departments are also challenged with some logistics, like vehicles. And then also difficulty in harmonizing departmental data. Each of the departments have their own templates, especially those who are allegiance to the regional offices. So it makes harmonization of data somewhat
difficult. So this is the status of our implementation. The one edged in red
relates to 2025. And our medium-term plan is structured into themes. They are economic development, social development, infrastructure, environment, infrastructure, and human settlement, corruption, governance, and public accountability, and then implementation, coordination, monitoring, and evaluation. So, as an assembly, we have, at the beginning of the planning, 97 activities allocated across these thematic areas. But upon review, media review, these activities were scaled down to 95. And these are the breakdown of the activities among the thematic development dimensions. So economic development, which involves agri and Ghana enterprise agencies, had 11. All the 11 were implemented. Social development, education, social services, water and sanitation, among others, had 42 activities. 38 were implemented. Infrastructure, which involves fiscal planning,
urban roads, works department, we had 24 activities. All the 24 were implemented.
Governance, corruption, and accountability, that mainly central administration and other institutions that work with assembly, NCCE, Information Service Department, culture, among others. We had 15 activities, all the 15 have been completed. Implementation, coordination, monitoring, and evaluation, that is planning, budgeting. Also, we had 3 activities, all the 3 activities have been completed. So out of the 95 activities, 91% have been completed. The right graph graphically represents the level of achievement against the planned activities. These are the analysis as I've already indicated. So for the year 2025, our performance is 95.8%. As against the planned activities that the demand has set. There has been, out of the 97.2%, as against the target of 95.9%. You didn't clap. You only made it to 9%.
Okay. Honorable, I have withdrawn that statement. If that necessitated you going for the mic, I have drawn it honorably. And yes, so the table on the left is also the summary that I have just mentioned them. In fact, I will share the slide after that to honorable members. And then this is also the performance of by funding sources. We implement our programs and projects by funding sources: IGF, Common Fund, DACF, RFG, and donor. So these slides depict the performance of the respective funding sources. So in all, IGF, that's internally generated fund, recorded the highest performance. So what it means is that the project we said we were going to use IGF to implement, 82.4% of them had been completed, followed by Common Fund. Common Fund also were able to complete 58%. DSF, RFG, there were only 2 projects. We completed all of them. And then donor performance, that is Garrett and other support to probably social welfare, GEA, that also had 50%. This slide talks about revenue and disbursement. The highlighted column, which is shown in red edges. In 2025, the Assembly estimated Common Fund estimated almost 29 million Ghana cedis. Out of the 29 million Ghana cedis, the Assembly received a little over 14 million Ghana cedis. Under DACF RFG, the Assembly projected to receive 1.3. We did not receive any money in 2025. MP's Common Fund, we projected to receive 2.1 million Ghana cedis. The Assembly received a little over 1 million Ghana cedis. Under IGF, the Assembly projected to collect almost 21.8 million Ghana cedis. Assembly generated 25.8 million Ghana cedis, almost 26 million Ghana cedis. M-Sharp HIV, we didn't make any projection, we didn't receive anything. PWD-CF, we projected to receive 863,000. We received almost half of it. That's 416,000. Garrett, we estimated to receive 520,000. We received nothing. GOG transfers, including FEs and salaries, we projected to receive 7.4 million Ghana cedis. We only received 1.4. I believe salaries has not been factored into it because, excuse me, the vouchers don't come here directly. So we need to collect those information and be added to this one. CEDA, we didn't budget for anything, but we received 88,000. I don't know if it is misposting or they later brought us some money. So in total, the Assembly projected revenue for 2025 is 62 million. Out of that, we realized 42 million Ghana cedis, almost 43 million Ghana cedis. And this is the interpretation of the table. The total revenue has grown from 17.9 million cedis in 2021 to about 43 million Ghana cedis. From 17 million to 43 million Ghana cedis. It means that LIDMA, we are growing. And as we grow, our responsibilities are also increasing. The IGF is the highest and consistent contributor to this growth. Because out of the 43 million realized, IGF alone is more than 50%. The performance revenue could be attributed to regular data capturing and updating updating exercises on properties and businesses, as well as revenue enforcement task force activities. Weekly sensitization programs to encourage ratepayers to honor their revenue obligations. Additional revenue collection points being established at the airport and Police General Council. And then we anticipate that the construction of the new revenue office will also enhance our revenue efforts by the revenue collectors. This is also the graph for our expenditure pattern. So the key point from that is that we also experience exceptional growth in capital expenditure, goods and services allocation. Because per our budget, with the zero budgeting concept, what you receive, you must spend it. And then there was also a consistent gap between approved and actual expenditure. Keepers. This could also be explained that at the time the budget was being prepared, the estimates that we put in the budget changes when actual implementation comes. That accounts for these gaps. And then compensation was presentable because at the end of the month, especially DOG and IGSI, we know how much we are going to pay them. And then the overall expenditure improved financial activity by potential inefficiencies in capital spending. The assemblies to strengthen partners with public institutions to support the union and projects. Especially Honorable former PM suggested that the fencing of the refuge sites, if you have reached out to corporate bodies, they could have come in to confront them and adopt it to use as advertising point. These are avenues that we can explore going forward. And then district indicators. We have economic performance. These are just a snapshot of some of them. For crop productivity, in 2021, the outcome was 2.7 metric tons per hectare. It grew to 3.8 metric tons per hectare. I will not go to the right side of those things. There were some of the interventions that were taking the policy recommendation that going forward we can adopt. When it comes to arable land, in 2021 it was 44.5. In 2025, it increased to 62.3. It means that lands that we put them under cultivation increased from 2022 to 2025. Job creation improved moderately, and so on and so forth. When it comes to social services, social development dimension, net enrollment passing rate improved, gender parity index approaching balance, and then health, the information when you get the main document, the indicator is there for us to verify. COVID-19, we did not report any COVID-19 assembly. Teenage pregnancy, the data is suggesting that it's coming down. And more child welfare programs were undertaken, and the lead coverage was also undertaken in the year under review. Under infrastructure, road conditions improved from 64% to 73%. The road bears out between 2024 and 2025. A lot of roads were done in Chadu Enclave, resurfacing around Cantonment area and some Nokontwenji Road. And then sanitation also improved. There is 100% water and sanitation coverage in nominal figures because there's water recirculation system in land. But as to whether each household conveniently gets water in real terms, that is also another topic to discuss. But in nominal terms, we have 100% coverage.
Sanitation is around by 95.9, and crime level and then action planning, implementation level. We are not doing that badly. We had 95.9%. Overall, regional term implementation is 97.2. So this takes also critical poverty intervention. We talked about Ghana School to Program, capitation card, health insurance, leave. They have all been talked about in the previous slides. The health insurance scheme for 2025, the new registration, both male and female combined, are 38,000. For membership renewal, it's 54,000, almost 85,000. So both renewal and new registration for the municipal assembly is about 120,000. That's also not a bad achievement at all. And then recommendations, assembly should continue to engage RCC capacity, safe resolution of the boundary. And then assembly should want to undertake registration of all government lands. I think we have taken steps to do so. There should be also ongoing public education on local waste management methods, including attitudinal change for the community, all of the community members. And the places should make a conscious effort to provide office space as well as adequate office facilities and equipment and adequate logistics to the department. The assembly should provide the necessary logistics and personnel to remove and prevent unauthorized purchase that poses danger to the community. Conclusion, I suggest when you get the documents, you can make justice to them. I know the work is ready, but I gave some shade of red background. Well, thank you very much. If time will permit, I can also do some. This is the 95.9% that we achieved in our. This is summarized to achieve with individual projects and programs. With the permission, I can go. This time is also fast spent.
Today, the floor is here. We are doing a good day. We want to close at 6.
Okay, thank you very much. For 2026, there are some activities that we have earmarked to do. I will do the presentation, but on the snapshot, we have initiated the process. We are doing some pre-procurement activities for about 6 projects. About 6 projects or more. The new activity that we have initiated.
The pre-procurement process is that we intend constructing 8-unit classroom block at home school. We also want to continue the association school block. We also intend constructing 1 normal 2-unit KG block at St. Paul's Anglican School. We also want to undertake a number of drainage works in Chado, among other places. So, with your kindest permission, let me quickly
these projects are going. So let me quickly. Is it available? Can you read from here? From wherever you are sitting? These documents are available to our government as far back as October. And I believe we are more interested in the project. Yeah, so I will concentrate on the project rather than the programs. Okay, the one in highlights. The one in highlights. So there is this government policy of the people our markets. Yes. We have positioned ourselves strategically also implement that policy, that program. Besides that program, we are also looking at upgrading some markets in the municipality. There are markets, and some satellite markets in Birmingham and other identifiable markets in the municipality for 2026. And again, we also want to construct Human compound in the municipality. Yeah, the problem has been the land. The problem of the interventions in the land. Apart from the schools who already have the land, any other intervention is a challenge because of that. Okay, you can communicate management and board. And then we want to complete one normal 6 new classroom blocks at Rangoon. We also want to complete 3 new classroom, 18 new normal classroom blocks. Whereas if you don't complete it this year, I think we should forget about it. It must be completed this year. That one is not negotiable. And then we want to complete, yes, it's completion captured here because at the time we were preparing this action plan, we were trying as much as possible to award that project in 2025. But unfortunately, we could not. So that one was to be done. And then we want to complete the all this are also happening as completion because we had a challenge at the RCC. This project was put on procurement process.
We got to RTC, it was rejected with some technical issues. That is why they are appearing as completion. But they have all been awarded and they are ongoing. We intend rehabilitating one normal 3-unit classroom block at Kotoka. We construct one normal 3-story at home school, as I've already indicated. The KG block at St. Paul's Anglican, procure over 100 pieces of school furniture.
That's the municipal wide. We want to construct transportation. And this activity, I met it in the, when I came here, it was prominently featured in the media television. Every year, the program is for implementation. And it is also reappearing. It's something that is dear to our heart, but the challenge is the land. Because we need to have a modernized transfer station that can reduce the waste size. Because from here to, I understand, in and out evacuation to the final disposal side, there's almost 90 kilometers. Almost 90 kilometers. So how many trips can you go in a day? But if you have a modern transfer station that can reduce a skip container size of waste, something like this. So when the truck moves, it's taking about 50 or 100 load of drink containers. It's a very manageable size. So we hope that you will have the land to do it. Even the one we have there, if we can re-engineer it, let's see if we can do that construction. And then the fencing of refuse bay, refuse collection bays. And then drilling of boreholes. That is also a major flagship project of the government of Dade. And our roads. Yes, Seashell and Apapa. Seashell is completed. Apapa is ongoing. One side of the site is completed. Another side is ongoing. Construction of storm drain. Apapa. Olympia. Olympia, we made attempts to do it in 2024. But because of relocation and resettlement issues,
that will not materialize. We hope that all these social engagement will be done. And
going forward, these mistakes will not be repeated because the local government service, together with the Minister of Local Government, Chieftains and Religious Affairs, have developed project implementation guidelines. And that guidelines requires all MMDs to do pre-procurement activities, which includes EPA permitting, doing scoping, safeguards. So when during your safeguard and scoping, you identify that the project affects some people, which before the project affected person, and they require to be relocated. All those things have to be considered, and then you work on them before the actual design and procurement process starts. So the incidence of award letters issued before sites is even identified is going to be a thing of the past in all MMDs
in Ghana. And then we also intend constructing some dimensions of drains in Klana Close. That is first lot 1 and then Klana Close lot 2 in Akwaje. We also intend constructing drains at Fisheries, Southla. That area is another hotspot for flooding in the municipality. And then another drain at Onufu Junction at Chadu. That process has been initiated, and very soon it will be put on award. And then the undertaking surface works and resealing Ajimai, Onano Road, and Edith Street. I hope I've mentioned them right. And then this one, we intend doing asphalt on the Bobilo Street. Okay, I understand that is the street beside the Pugas, right? We want to have asphalt overlay there. And then provision and installation of metal gratings, potholes patching, pavement walkways. If you remember, when we were doing the operation Green of Frontage, one of the demands that came from the community was that we should not just be breaking down their structures on the pavement, we should come and pave them to serve as walkways. And if Operation Clean of Frontage did not achieve anything at all, the scene then and now around the La Community Bank testifies to the success of the Operation Clean of Frontage. We all attest to the fact that in those days, that place was an eyesore. If you compare it to today, there's massive change. And then dredging and desilting. That one, the drains are coming. We have also initiated a process to start dredging and desilting works. And the redevelopment of 37 Lorry Station. It's in our plan. If we have the money as an assembly to do it, it will be a plus for us. But we are looking for PPP, that is public-private partnership, to redevelop the station. But the challenge that I have heard is that the airport city, that development is what? Oil City or Energy City. Yes. Energy City. And if you remember, there has been some demonstrations here and there around that enclave. Energy City has cut into some portions of the 37. But with engineering, whatever is left can be, we can optimize the use of whatever space is left there. And then the speed humps and then parking lots. That is also activity that we intend doing under the urban routes. The rains are coming. And yes, the last Sunday, when it rained, we don't live here in the municipality, but we follow whatever goes on in the municipality. So immediately after the rains, I called somebody in La to find out what happened when it comes to floods. And my information was that at the time I spoke to him, he has not heard of any incidents of floods in the community. It suggests to us that the little drains, the silting and dredging that we have been doing is yielding positive results. So we should continue to do that. And we hope that this year there will not be any disaster for us to buy any relief items so that we can use the money to do other things. Under fiscal planning, of course, we all know that some street naming is outstanding. We intend to continue with it. We will continue with our landscape and beautification and all of that. And then we will install and maintain our street lights. We will install and maintain our street light. Decongestion and demolition of slums and squatters will also continue. And then what we just discussed, the assembly members project, that is community initiated project, we will do them. And for your information, like I said the other time, because we are susceptible to forget, I'm reminding you again, when you are planning your project, you factor in monitoring. And I do not know if it will also be subjected to the project implementation guidelines. We will have to discuss it further and see. If it is a project and it will affect it, we are all masters. Parliament says what? They are masters of their own what? Laws. We can change the project to programs. if that is going to prolong the process and increase the cost. If it is a program, we can circumvent some of the process to achieve our objectives. And then prepare and operate maintenance plan, acquire and construct residential and office facilities. So we have the firm belief that if we are able to conclude on our land registration this year, then probably later in the year or next year, as an assembly, we must consider constructing residential facility. I'm very happy that former PM reiterated that fact yesterday. So when we have the support of the lawmakers complementing the effort of the technocrats, I think it's something that can be achieved when we are committed to it. We are completing, that is even completed, it's left with occupancy. Relocation of police posts at Chad. I remember this project is mimicking Bogoso, Takwa Bogoso and Yamfield Road. From Kwesibote time, that project featured in all Ghana budget till 2010, when the project was awarded and constructed. And Chadu Police Station relocation, from 2022 till now, it is still featuring. Honorable members, let's find a solution to it. We have blocks. The blocks that you see around the court is for that project. It has been there since 2024. No, the block was donated to us. It was donated to us by the former vice president. So it's been there. So that I think we can use it when the time comes, we replace it. Because it's not nice. And then, yes, procure office furniture. If I retooling of the office, including furniture and equipment. I think some discussions have been heard about it this morning, and we hope that in the near future it will be done. Procure 2 normal pickups, and then block wall fencing around the crematorium. I don't know if in the future we will consider it. There is this saying that he who brought sugarcane to the house invited the house fly. We, in partnership with Gayu, gave that space for them for plastic waste collection, processing, and eventual evacuation to various plastic recycling plants. Sometime last year, the place became an eyesore. The whole frontage was piled up with plastic waste. So I remember asking the then coordinating director, are we not being overwhelmed or by what they are doing there? So I believe that going forward, if we can reconsider that decision, if the cost is the problem, we can look at it to make it cost effectiveness and efficiency, so that nothing of a plastic can come beyond that wall. And everything will be contained within that compound. We can reconsider that decision in the near future or in the no distant future. what and what again. I think that's all. In all, we have about 123 activities, and depending on our fiscal position going forward and the level of implementation, we can, when the time comes for us to review, it can be reviewed downwards or can be reviewed upwards. So, honorable members, I'm done with the presentation on annual action plan. But for, if you are seeing the first one on the project register, common fund activities, the picture here, it's not a requirement that for evidence-based, everything that we said you have done, you must show a picture of it. And GPS locations. So you realize that among all the technical officers, every officer has uploaded or downloaded timestamp camera. If you take the picture to give you the location, the time that you took the picture, then you can print for your, but now the catchphrase is the evidence. Evidence is the game. So that's what we are going by. The implement MP's activities, support community initiative project, that is the assembly members' projects, drilling and mechanization of the 10 normal boreholes. Yes, it has been awarded. No, yesterday there was a discussion on if you don't know the location and you're awarded. In fact, originally the project was for some 10 selected schools. For us to help them solve their water, sanitation, and hygiene issues on the school campuses. And I think the submission of the list from the Education Directorate delayed a little bit. So that is what generated, or that has what generated the problem. But it's meant for some schools. The rehabilitation of Tenashi, someone who asked, this project was completed long ago. At the time, in 2025, we have not closed the contract because there were retention on it. That is including the Catholic schools around the police station. And then that is also this one, the Africa Unity, the street light maintenance that we do, the 10th June activity that we do. We all know the 10th June ritual, planting trees all over the municipality and all over Ghana. Tenashi has been awarded, and we are preparing the contractor to move to site. This is the Bethel, that is Salem. The ground floor is Salem, the first floor is for Bethel, GHS. And then Rangoon. At the time we are preparing this, we have just awarded the project. There was no activity on site. Nativity. Yes, I think we have to take a decision on this. I don't know whether the contractor is dead or the company is liquidated. We completed this project as far back as 2020. But there's some outstanding money on the project. He's not coming for it. Which is about 38,000. He's not coming for it. And you cannot also take it out. If you take it out, it means there will not be any budget for it. It recently happened for a contractor who did this fence wall. That man also forget about his money. We were here last year, I think 2025, he came to request for his retention. So if you have not captured it, it means you cannot pay him. So I don't know, Engineer Adwa, if he is dead or the company is liquidated, kindly let us know so that we can take it off our books. If he's not interested in the money, at least he can donate it. He can donate it. And then this one too, beautifully done. The St. Paul's, the KG hexagonal chairs. Yes, La General Hospital. We have a very current picture. I think the contractor has come back to site, and there's some activities working ongoing. This is a gamma toilet. This is a resealing of, and then this is a demolition and decongestion, landscaping and beautification. The Rambo strips, potholes patching. Those streaming on live, are you still streaming on live? Can you pause? I want to make a statement. Please pause. Pause all videos and this drain was also done in 2025. I think the boomer and then this one also dredging. This is the office rehabilitation, the washroom innovations. This picture is the washroom innovations, and then this is the Lomenf is seashell, the revenue office, and other. We bought one pickup, and then one bus. One pickup and one bus, and these are programs. These are programs and all of those things. I think, Honorable PM, it will be a nice time for me to end my presentation with your kindest permission. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
That's a, you can resume your seats. Hurry up. Okay, wait, he's bringing this. Well, we don't want to go to PRCs. Hey, 12.
So now, members, that comes to the end of the presentation. Honourable members, if you have any question regarding to what he just presented, the floor is open. Not too much question, please. Not too much. You heard, at least you heard fencing walls, you heard the drainage system, you hear schools, so many things. So at least, the floor is open on our own. Honorable Christopher Okogo.
Honorable President, thank you for being able to I think through his presentation, know about this issue, the contribution of paper factory something. I've read this several contribution of paper factory, the something. We need to continue on that project and then and yesterday I raised about this wooden structures at this assembly compound. I've not seen it through your presentation, so please try and then champion this through agenda and see what we can do. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Christopher Okogo. Director, I want to react to that question.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable PM. About the drains at Pogas, we have written to the hydro. We learned that they received some funding. So I liaised with Urban Roads and we have written to them. We'll make a follow-up so that they can come to assist us before the major rainy season. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Member.
Say, is the presiding member has given me the floor to.
Are you the one beside me? So please resume your seat here. Honorable Christopher, go ahead.
Director, you mentioned Pogas Green. I'm talking about Canaan Factory, the continuation of Canaan Factory, Storm Green.
But Honorable Christopher, that one links to Pogas or? So it's the same.
You know, yesterday I raised about flooding at the Pogas. So I thought maybe it's the same thing that's doing.
No. The Pogas one leads to Canaan Factory. Am I correct?
It's connected to Canaan Factory.
Yes.
But, okay.
Thank you, Right Honorable Presiding Member. Director just gave us some good news from Hydro.
Sorry for Honorable Presiding Member, please.
Let me finish.
No.
Okay, so he spoke about the wooden structure here that needs to be worked on. Regional Presiding Member, with your permission, if I can ask Director say whether it is part of the presentation he made, whether it was captured.
When we go to governance, corruption, and public accountability, acquisition and construction of official office and residential facilities. So it's not specifically stated as that, but because there is activity and budget for it, we can use allocations and allowance to construct that.
Okay, thank you very much. I will plead with management to look at it because we've been speaking about it and then we need to take action. Where it is cited, just at the entrance and it's a wooden structure, I think it's only proper that we change it as soon as possible since there is funding. Then back to Hydro. I know that MC together with MP are doing some follow-up on the Koliko drain through hydro. So I don't know whether it is Engineer Ajua can tell us it is part of the projects that were forwarded to hydro, because they've assured me that they are pulling something from hydro. So since there's good news at hydro, I want to know whether this one was captured. Thank you.
Thank you. Concerning the Koliko drain, I think I prepared some inventory for the Honorable MP. But the follow-up, I think she will be doing it. Thank you.
I can't hear you.
I said concerning the Koliko drain, I prepared an inventory for the Honorable MP. So I think...
She'll be here soon.
Yes, please.
So if you know you are telling lies, she'll be here soon.
Yeah.
You have prepared an inventory.
No. Yes.
Okay, she'll be here less than...
She requested for it. Thank you.
Honorable Giza, are you looking at it?
Yes.
What follow-up?
Like I said, MP together with MC have told me they are working on something from hydro, specifically with regards to Koliko. So when it came up, I just wanted to know whether it's still part of the list that was submitted. So I think I'm okay. If MP comes, I'll find out from him.
I think my earlier statement that I made about this kind of factory, there's two things. You know, years back, there's a big project at Kinam Factory which is stopped somewhere. It's different. And the one at the Kogas, when the water normally comes from the top there, we had a discussion here that we have to connect the main one to the cemetery one. That's the second one. But my first question is about the continuation of the Kinam Factory, the storm drain. We did about 200 meters. We need to continue to that end to the top there. So my question is to this thing I've asked. It's not the one when it's rain, it just affects the Kogas one. It's different. But the one that they started and they didn't finish, the Kinam for the storm one. That's my. So around my camera.
Are you referring to the stretch to Jehovah's Witness?
Yes, this honorable president.
Okay, so is Engineer Ajua, is she aware?
Please, I think the road he mentioned is a 0.9 drain continuation about 200 meters. I think I've been to site with you some time back.
The storm drain, storm. It's here from the storm drain and the 0.9.
Okay.
We have 0.9, 0.6, and the storm.
But current, I think the 0.9 and 0.6. Please let me.
Please can you move from your seat to this side? I don't want to see you there.
Thank you. On that stretch, I think for the 0.6 and the 0.9, it's been captured for some project for the MP, which will be coming soon. And then the one at the Kogas, it runs through the cemetery, which I think. But the one you just spoke about, that one we've not worked on it yet. Thank you.
Till I call you, till you catch my eye.
Sorry, my boss. Sorry.
Don't try.
Sorry.
I want to bring a follow-up question. So the floor is yours. Sorry.
Honorable Senator, thank you for giving me this mandate. I think the one that she spoke about is different together. Some years back, we continued the Kinam Factory drain, which is 200 meters. They ended somewhere. It was 200. It was 400 and something meters. They did only 200 meters, so they need to continue that one to the top there. And the Pogas one is different. We all know when it's rained, all the place got flooded. We all know. That one we need to connect to the cemetery one is different.
Right, Honorable Presiding Member, Honorable Okogogo is confusing us. The Canaan Factory project was started some years ago. And so if you want continuation of that, you should be able to tell us that it is Banana Street to Wachi Street. They will know that the work started from a certain point to a certain point. But if it's to the top, how would we be able to know what he's talking about? Hence, I prefer that you should go on site with the engineer so that the next assembly meeting, they will report it for us to have the understanding of what he's talking about. Because you know very well that I fought for him on this Canaan Factory. So I thought we are done with it. So if there's another one that he thinks we need to continue, he should go with the engineer so that they look at it and then present it. Then we all support it. But for now, if at the top, we will not be able to know where exactly he's talking about. Thank you.
Maybe it might be the street to the top. Is that a name for that street?
Honorable President Member, I have only one Canaan Factory, which the storm drain is about 450 meters. And the contractor did only 200 meters. So he left about 250 meters to finish the projects. It's the same only Canaan Factory, one old Canaan Factory that I have. So he started from the down to middle. So he has to continue from the middle to the top. They say one lane. Out of 45, out of 450 meters, out of 450 meters, it is 200 meters. So the 200 meters end at the middle. So we need to continue from the middle to the top. That's all.
Right, Honorable Presiding Member. Concerning the Chado police station, I went to the trust, and through our conversation, they said they can find a land for us to put up the police station. So anytime we are ready, we have to come to the office. They will help us to get a land to put the police station. Yeah.
I have about 10 questions and suggestions. Let me start with the Gayo. We were told the one award of $1 million something or euro. Is it for the assembly or Gayo? And if it is for Gayo, why are they not using part of that money to do the fencing? Since we're giving them a place, I would like to know if the money is for the assembly or Gayo. The next one, please, I want them to jot down. The next one, Honorable Presiding Member, the wooden structure here, I would like to advise that we should add conference room, a very nice big conference room for marriages and other activities. They have destroyed all the chairs here because they use the assembly hall. I've had opportunity to travel to so many places, and assembly halls outside the country are not used for marriages. They have a hall for that. So if we are going to construct or do the drawing, we should factor that into our drawing. Also on the St. Paul's Anglican School, the work that was done, right on our beside member, was a shoddy work done. We went there, the corridor is dusty, and you ask yourself, is this a concrete corridor for peoples to use for years? We went there with the German ambassador, and directors could attest to the fact that it wasn't a perfect work done. And that is my next one. So I'm asking what we are going to do about it. Are we going to do a little renovation to rectify these challenges? And also on the Chado police station, the assembly member just spoke about the trust. But what I know of, there's a scheme of Chado where a police station has been cited on the scheme, but currently occupied by a group of people. And there's one man, forgotten his name, this popular man who went to court with Anas, Adolf. He came here on several occasions and told former MC that this place is purposely for the police station. So I don't know why we are not working on it. But since they trust to give us another place, I believe that we should work on it. There's also a small place just after Honorable Assemblyman for that area. From his residence, there's a storm drain. On your left side is the Lawyer Graham's property, where they demolished the church. That place can be used for police station, and it's going to serve all of them in that community. Honorable Presiding Member, on the Energy City, also at 37, the partition that was done, we went there and we were told that the military will move from the entrance to the other side, and that is also part of the land. So where they have taken, additional land is being added to the station. And I don't know whether they have moved out, they are yet to. So that land also belongs to the assembly. The market at Bema Camp, I would like to also find out if we are collecting revenue from Bema Camp. Are we? And so if we are not collecting revenue from Bema Camp, why must we go there with our resources? When we went for a workshop with the local, this is Assembly Common Fund, he made us, the Minister for Local Government made it clear to us that if we have no space to use this facility, the Assembly can reapply. And so if we have challenges like schools that we want to construct, why don't we apply? Because Bema Camp, they are making things difficult for us to collect revenue from the place. So why must we take that huge money to go and construct a market there when we are not going to gain? But it's good for us to have a nice market there. And the military know very well that we are not taxing them property rate, but those doing business there must pay. If we take taxpayers' money to them, why are we not getting some of the money? Meanwhile, the military is under this assembly. They are in our district, but they are not paying property rate. We have no problem with that. What about those doing businesses there? Why are they not paying? And so if we are going to spend money there and will not benefit from it, why don't we take it to other electoral areas that they will benefit more? You can raise your hand, Assemblyman. And the next one is the market. If we have the La Market, if we have enough funds, I believe that we can, at the back of the market, we can still do something there. Where we have the sheds, we can still put pillars and they will be under, that will flow and they will be under it, and we can build more, which will even help us to generate more revenue. I'm raising these concerns because I want the assembly member for Bema Camp to go and talk to his people that those doing business over there must pay to us, but not to the military. So if he raises his hand, I'll come back. Yes, on teenage pregnancy, I would like to know what we have done and that is helping us to reduce teenage pregnancy more in the municipality, and what we have to do more, and if possible, to end it. I would like to also suggest, right honorable presiding member, that this year we should start cutting salt for our projects. The schools, that is where the assembly will be well recognized, and in the news will be seen performing. So if we have about 5 projects at a go, let's start cutting salt, awarding and cutting salt, so that we start with the construction as early as possible before it rains. Thank you, right honorable presiding member.
Thank you, Honorable PM. Yes, and the question is not for me. It's for all of the heads of department and units. Okay.
Thank you, Honorable President. I will proceed to find out from Honorable Helena. Former Honorable President, Honorable Nyakuba, mentioned a place close to the village. I think there is a ramp where they wanted to use as a washing bin. Is that a place?
Yes. No,
that's not
that's what we need to ask. But actually, the guy said you will not allow us to put the container.
Yeah, because I saw some notice on the wall. So that place is out. So, okay. So, Honorable President, I will liaise with the trust and together with the West Department and the fiscal planning so that they can allocate my area for it. The police force. Thank you. Say.
Thank you very much. Honorable PM. I will start with the La Market with suspended foundation. I will start and then I'll let Engineer Opoti come in. One has to consider the ventilation. I mean, if I understand well, where the women are selling the tomatoes and all those things, one has to consider ventilation. If you put another structure one, would there be enough light to illuminate the environment? Would there be more air for them to be freely breathe in and breathe out? So engineer will have to come in with his expertise.
Thank you very much. Honorable Presiding Member, thank you for the opportunity. I think the land market, like you said, is a nice suggestion, but we need to look at the ventilation aspect, because from the other side, if you raise that aspect, then there won't be the lighting to give them daylight or something. We won't be getting it. But I will find out very soon. We'll go there and do some assessment and give a feedback to the house at the next meeting. But the same market, I think we're there, I think around December, we had a meeting with the market women and those who are having the stores. There are a few challenges over there, which we have even gone there to take some measurements for renovation. The women who are selling tomatoes and their areas, I think there's a lot of leakages and those stuff. So we have taken measurement of it and even done estimate. So we'll forward it to management, then we'll look at it.
Okay, Honorable, let me add to this what you just said. In fact, when the policy came and with our constraint with land, and reconsidering how we can harness the 24-hour program in the municipality, one suggestion was to refurbish the markets, illuminate the environment, realign the traffic flow around that vicinity, like the road that comes through the market from the total filling station that exits towards the Bethel and then Fasik Gardens. Yes. We were thinking of making or introducing one-way model on the roads, so that you don't come, when you come in, you don't go out on the same channel that you came, and then light up those environments so that those who want to trade can trade 24 hours. And early in the morning, we go and clean up the place, and the morning activities also continues. That were some of the suggestions that we came up with. And
Honorable Presiding Member, it's a suggestion, but we've been traveling, and when you visit one more, Honorable Presiding Member, it will take you a whole day to shop before you realize you are in the evening. Just one more. So our engineers look at the structure. What is the name of the family there? Behind the market. Agbawi. You see how they have put up that story building? There's still light under it. There's still light there. So let's raise the pillars. Currently, even what we have done with the shed that they are under, there's no light, proper light there, if you are walking there. So if there's no land, the engineers should look at it, the architects, they should look at it, what we can do to have a modern, now that we have this market, we can still add to it and make some changes, and it will be fit our municipality. So just look at it, decide what you think we can do best. Thank you.
Okay.
In relation to the 24-hour market, in our last meeting, there was a discussion around a land that has been sited around Accra Mall, and we were doing some checks about it. I don't know what has come out of that. As I say, around Accra Mall, there was a land that.
What I'm not privileged to any land, but if you look at the satellite images, you see some very land from Shangri-La, that very land they have fenced it with some dilapidated structure on it. Yes, you might see that it's vacant, but it might belong to somebody. We can still make our contact. But what I remember or I recall, the discussion I recall was about those traders around the Accra Mall, how we can re-engineer the environment for them to do their activities 24 hours. That is what I am privy to, but I'm not privy to any land.
As I say, we were in a meeting in this room. The land was projected around the station. It is different from where the traders are now.
No. Okay. You see, when we are coming from Association School Junction, Shangri-La, old Shangri-La, then you are descending. On your right, okay, on your right, there is that place is also, I think, for the fence and it wasn't good.
Okay, so that's a member for the area I want to speak.
There.
No. Okay.
You see some old structure there.
Okay. Right on, presiding member. Plan C, what you are talking about is different from what he's talking about. Okay, so when you get to the Accra Mall lorry station, behind Alaji, you see a yard.
The lorry station?
Yes, yes. Behind Alaji, you see a yard. That's the one we're talking about.
Oh, okay. That is around the railway line.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not aware of that. Okay, so let me and on the steps that have been taken to reduce the teenage pregnancy. I think continuous sensitization of communities by the outreach program that the public health unit of the Ghana Health Directorate do. I think that is also, or that has contributed to that. And there are also a lot of school health programs, and then sexual and gender and sexual violence sensitization that goes on within the schools. And that is mostly spearheaded by the gender desk officer at the Social Welfare and Community Development Department. That is what is playing the magic or doing the magic for us to reduce the teenage pregnancy. And I believe that complementing that with other public sensitization, I think the parents are also becoming more aware of their responsibilities. And then on the GAIO, yes, I also heard that they entered into some competition and won some UNDP $1 million. And GAIO doesn't operate only in La. Only in La. And I would suggest that we have to get back to them. We have to invite them for us to give us more details about how they secured the funding. Was La project part of their proposals? And if it was part of their proposal, what do they intend to do at their RF facility? I think that should be my short response to that. And then on the Burma count issue, I think, Director,
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Member. The Burma camp, we approach them simply because we have written to the Traditional Council, the Trust, to allocate land for us for the 24-hour market. But we couldn't secure any land from these two authorities. So we have to resort to a request to the CDS to allocate land for us. I think about 2 weeks ago, we met at the site, and they indicated their willingness to partner with the assembly, and that they are ready to allocate land for us so that we can use it and build a 24-hour market to benefit both the Beba camp and the general public. I think your suggestion is timely, that during negotiation, we also need to engage them that we have invested money and therefore we need to collect revenue from them. But I can assure you that they are willing, that they want to partner at the assembly to give us land for the 24-hour market. And also, the Honorable Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy, and the Religious Affairs inform all assemblies that the 24-hour market is not negotiable. We cannot use that money for any other project. So we have to find land. So I'm happy to announce that the military, they are willing to allocate land for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. I see before you continue, let me bring this protocol announcing the presence of the Member of Parliament, Honorable Ritana Odole Sowa, and the Deputy Minister for local government chieftaincy, religious affairs is in the house. She is here to brief us on few achievements in the Dade-Kotopon Municipal and Ghana as a whole. Honorable Rutana Odule Soa, please, if you're kindly permission, if you have time and you are ready, we'll give you the floor before we continue.
Thank you, Right
AKA
Honorable.
Ajia Ghana. That's a new name for
Oh, okay. I'll call my cab.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Presiding Member. And good afternoon, Honorable Presiding Member, Honorable Assembly Members.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And all our technical staff, visitors here, good afternoon. I'm happy to be here this afternoon. Yeah, yesterday I couldn't come. And the reason why I couldn't come yesterday is a national issue, and I would want to share a little about it. As women, Parliament has passed the affirmative action law. And when we talk about gender equity bill, gender we all know is about both male and female. And so we are trying to bridge the gap between us as men and women, or male and female, so that together we'll be at the decision-making table. And so I had the opportunity to also go to the UN on the Commission for Women program, and we spoke about the need for us to bridge the gap. And one area we need to bridge the gap is at the lower level, the district level, from the unit committee to the assembly level, so that at least the women will also have a voice. We know His Excellency is doing his bit to, and he has appointed a lot of chief executives, female chief executives in Ghana now. And yes, from Monday, we had another meeting in Kumasi, which was organized by the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, spearheaded by myself. My minister gave me the permission, and we had a special orientation program for all the female MMDCs in Ghana, and it has been very successful. And for my brothers and honorable members here, it's not about we women wanting to lord over you, but we wanting to work together with you. And so I would really appreciate, as elections, assembly elections will be coming up next year, at least at the unit committee level, let's involve the women, let's encourage them to come up to be part of it. We are your sisters, we are your mothers, and we know that if you support us and we get there, we'll work together with you. Are the women happy? Are the women here? Yes. So you do the yeah, so that our fathers and our brothers will know that, yes, we want to work with them. The other thing is about the La General Hospital. As one area, you know, we've been advocating so much about it. Myself and the women, we went there several times. The men supported us every time we are there. By the grace of God, the contractors are back on site. Work is progressing steadily, so we need to find time to visit the site to see for ourselves what is ongoing there. The other project is also about on the La Beach Road. Work is also ongoing, and we know that they will complete it well, so that the necessary street lights and then the traffic lights will be put in place to ensure free flow of traffic. The La Inner Roads too will be worked on. And so these are areas that I want to bring our attention to. In Parliament to those in the law schools, now there will be no exam going to Mokola. And the law school is being made flexible. Parliament has passed the law. And so if you are here and you want to read law, please find out when the next admission is going to take place, and let's join, so that we'll have more lawyers to work for our constituency or our municipality, Dade-Kotopon. And I also want to commend you on the search for the land for the 24-hour market, which is also a very important thing. The other time, I was also thinking aloud if we could raise the main market that we have, because there are portions that are lower.
so that we can raise it up to get more people into the market space. I think we can do that on the side while we look at the Bema camp land, and then we get the 24-hour market. Like we are talking about your area, the Accra Mall area. It would have been an ideal place, but let's discuss further. Bema camp, Accra Mall area, which will be very ideal for us for the 24-hour market, because it's going to create more jobs. The traders are going to have more space to operate and ply their businesses. And I would be very happy if we get the land, we cut sword, and we start this market project, because your own is there. And since your own is there at the ministry, they are all looking up to me. What is going to happen in Dade-Kotopon is, are you going to build a market or you don't have land? So I'm happy you are discussing this issue, and let's collaborate to make sure that our market comes up. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
Thank you. Other members, do you want to ask our MP question? Okay, before I open the floor, Honorable MP, the last time I saw you on social media with the Chief Executive and then the Assembly member representing Lapana in connection with the roads network that you are about to construct. I want to know a little bit about it before I open the floor. And the drain system and the road.
Okay. Thank you very much. As a member of parliament, I also lobby to get us some projects here. And I've lobbied for these roads together with the MC, the chief executive. So we know that every project, you need to have community engagement. So we've gone around the Lakmana area, specifically the Methodist Church area, base 62 to Nokocho Eshishin. And then it will go across to spare parts. So that's the enclave. And I know my road engineer is there. And we met the contractor the other day, and he's assured us that he's going to move to site speedily. And so that's not the only area we are going to work on. There are various areas. When you come to Olympia, most of the time people think all roads in La are constructed. You come to Olympia, where my office is, it's not the best for us even as you enter La. And then there are other areas. We'll bring all here so that you see whatever is going to go on in your electoral area, so that we work together. One other thing that I've also requested we do is that let us come out with the streetlight poles, especially the concrete ones. We need to change them. So I would pray that the assembly will compile all the list of the concrete street lights to ensure that I send them and then we change them. MP works with the municipality and then the chief executive to ensure that we get some of the things done. Sometimes you need to lobby more, and so that's what I'm doing to help the assembly. One area that I've also moved to, and I know chief executive has also moved there, is the Get Fund projects within the municipality. Yesterday I saw it on social media, the La Presec one, and I have gone there severally. They are working on it. They are waiting for the commencement authorization from the Minister of Finance. And as soon as they get it, they've come to capture it, taking inventory. They've costed it, and so they know how much every project that is uncompleted is going to cost. And so, so that we can use the assembly money for other things while we push for the government projects to come to our various districts. There's work ongoing in Chado, road works ongoing in Chado. Those are some of the things I've been able to lobby for. And I'm calling on our road engineer to be present at all times to ensure that the work goes on speedily. When a contractor is brought to do the work, if we leave them on their own, they'll do what they want. So I would appeal to every director here, works engineer, and all of us to ensure that we monitor whatever is going on. And I have one concern within the municipality. There are a lot of holes being dug. I just want to find out if we can organize and then move to the field to see what the people are doing. Do they have permits? What is going on? Engineer, works, chief director. I think my suggestion is that let's come together. Whatever electoral area we are going, the assembly member for that area should be added to it, so that we look at it well. On the billboard issue, I know you are working on it. We have a technical committee at the ministry, and we are working closely with you, and I know you are also serious about it. But most of the time, I also go around to see what is going on, because if anything is going on Dade-Kotopon, they call me, Odole, what's going on in your area? So I need us to collaborate very well to ensure that Dade-Kotopon will rise up again to be the best overall municipality in Ghana. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable. Honorable Iman Yakuba, you have the floor.
Honorable MP and Deputy Minister, please, I have one street, level ceiling, the late Victor Salome's residence, their street, and they keep on calling. As for roads engineer, she always works somewhere else, but not in my electoral area. So please, I want you to add that place to it. And then the last one is the fisheries. And these are but the major problem in the estate is the drain. Our drains are very small. And when it rains, it easily gets full and there's flood in certain houses. Madam Ajwa, she's aware. And yes, you are aware. And yet nothing has been done about it. So please, whilst you are looking at Chado, looking at other Lamami, consider South La Estate, because that is where your wet bank is. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Presiding Member. I'd like to add, now we don't have Gamma toilet in our municipality, so the Deputy Minister is here, so I'm pleading with you should have it so that we bring Gamma back to the municipality. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Presiding Member. I would like to commend Honorable Minister for the good job she's been doing for Mother Ghana and Dade-Kotopon. I know she's been supporting the municipality. I'm very much aware of the effort she herself and MC are putting the Kuliko drain with regards to the lobbying they are doing at Adru. My people are still asking that how soon are we going to say something? I know you and MC are working on it, but since I have the floor, I want to ask how far it's gotten to.
Right Honorable President.
Thank you, Honorable Pia. Honorable Minister, it seems you've forgotten that Bema Camp exists. We also have road problems. We have Honorable Emmanuel Nyakuba, please, Bema Camp, which we have to be specific with these issues. There are parts of Bema Camp that we collect revenue from. You can ask MFO. There are parts of Bema Camp that we collect revenue from. So please be specific. Okay, Honorable MP, please, the Recce market. When it rains, you cannot even enter the market yourself. Very bad. We need drains. And the road from Air Force to Polichanga, yes, at all. So that's my plea. Thank you.
Honorable Member of Parliament, Mami, please, can you add Akonya Road and Manchemagomi? And And Freddy's. Yeah, that three place. Yeah.
Honorable Member, my Honorable MP, I think you are aware about this continuation of this Kina factory storm drain. The continuation of Kina factory storm drain, so just be fatal on that. Just factor into your program in case of if there's any funds from the hydro to come and then continue the drain for Kina factory. On the thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Presiding Member. I also want to plead with the Member of Parliament to consider a road in front of Du Bois Center in Cantonment. Why are you looking at me like that? I have challenged Du Bois Center. The road is very bad in front of Du Bois Center, close to the U.S. Embassy, and then St. Thomas Aquinas too. Before the main entrance on your left, there's a rough road around that area. If you can consider that area too. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Member. Please, everybody is talking about this or electoral area, and since mine is not here, I'm also standing in talking for Adubeto electoral area. We also have the same issue there in front of birthday. So I beg my Deputy Minister to add it to the plans. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so years back, when you were the MC here in large Dade-Kotopon, you started a project somewhere in training. Drainage system. You started all over, but it left with some few portions to complete. And I believe this is the right time for me to do that. And then in addition, don't forget the almighty Bolato, that is back of Lavoni Secondary School. Bolato. And then the last one is not going for road or drainage system, it's about the revenue generation in our security zones. We are having issues. Those selling within, for example, like Birmingham, the airport, they are not paying any revenue to the assembly. But when it comes to development, sometimes we move some of the development to the security zone. The assembly member representing that area can attest to that. Honorable, I've not called you. You don't have to raise your hand when the presiding member is on show.
Honorable Minister, let me hand it here for you to answer, and then if we have more, we'll add it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On the road projects, as we have all indicated, I work together with the Honorable Chief Executive, and so, like I said, Parliament is on recess now, so I have the constituency work. Adobeto, Akonye. You know, some of the areas, there are issues, and Chief Executive will bear me out. You know, the Akonye area, there are issues there about where the drain will have to pass and all that. But we'll still look at it. Our road engineer is here and see how we can re-engineer it to make sure that we construct the drains. Because when it rains, those areas are terrible. So please, let's work together. The excuses shouldn't come this time. We don't have to pass here. We'll pass there to benefit the community. Let's engage the community and let them know the need for the drains. I beg you. Koliko drain. Myself, like you said, and Chief Executive, we are working on it. So we'll see how best we can do it, not too costly, because I'm also trying something somewhere. So, road engineer, we need you on this. Bema Camp, they have plenty things there, but you said the roads and the drains. We'll come there and then together we'll see what we can do. Gamma project is ended. And we're trying to get extension from the World Bank, but it hasn't been approved. So when it's approved, we'll come in again to see what we can do. Otherwise, sometimes some of the products are on the lower side. That is maybe the toilet seat. And then, so we encourage the people to put up their structures so that if MP can use some of my fund to buy the toilet seats and things for them, then we do that. So it should be a cost-sharing project. I would write to Honorable MC and then use some of my common fund to do some, but it should be a cost-sharing. If the person comes and they are ready to share the cost, put up your structure, we bring the toilet seats and then the other things, the digester and all that, so that we'll find somebody who will also help us to do it. I found a place where they sell the toilet seats and the cost is a bit okay. Honorable Presiding Member, I know the area you are talking about is Charcoal Park area. Yes, we did the drains, some of the drains there, and we need to fill up the road and then construct it. So, road engineer, we are counting on you. I know you have a team that you are working with. Don't disappoint us. So Adobeto birthday area is another area. Mukaba area. So I believe we have touched everywhere. Kenan Factory will still pursue to see how best that one can also be completed, together with my Honorable MC. Okay, thank you very much. And like I have said, let us plan and visit the electoral areas to ensure that our people benefit from the municipal assembly. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable MP. Any more?
Please, I want to find out where the whip is today.
Where the whip?
The whip, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because,
Yes. Okay, so Honorable Lobby is the deputy whip.
So he's not sitting at the right place?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
But Honorable PM.
But Honorable Wasi, okay.
Du Bois Center. Yes, so, and the Aquinas area. You know, they started some drain works on that side, and I realized they've done just one side. I went there to engage the contractor when I heard he was there, and he said they were just doing one side, but they'll tar the road, but I don't think it's the best. When you are passing through that place, we need the other drain as well. So we'll talk to them and see if they can add it. Okay. And then Du Bois Center too, it needs is it re-graveling? Ajua, what do you say about, what's the name? Because they constructed it before and all the resealing. Is it resealing? Oh, okay. Thank you. And that place, we have a lot of tourists coming in there. Do they pay anything to the assembly, Honorable Bashiru? The Du Bois Center, they pay for the car park, but we need to engage them because when tourists come, they buy what they have there, and so they are making some money. So, okay, thank you.
Okay, Honorable Imananya Goba.
This is just, Honorable Minister, we would like you to appoint someone on this biodigester, if it is 10 or 12 or 5 or 2 to achieve at each electoral area. We know that this is the person who is representing you, and we take the person. And if you want to go with us too, we'll be willing to do so. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Is that all?
To add to that, I'll say we'll look at the cost and then we know what we can do in each electoral area. But Honorable Bashir come to me, he doesn't.
Thank you.
You don't need Charlie, they don't need toilets. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Regional Minister. There is a last one which is very serious. Deputy Minister. Yes, Deputy Minister. Sorry. There is a last one which is serious. We were battling with it yesterday, and your name was mentioned. It's about the issue of the boundary between Lekman and Kokma and Ladma. And your name was mentioned yesterday. So please, if you can update us, or if there's something that we'll discuss later, we'll appreciate it, Honorable Deputy Minister.
So, on that we'll discuss it, and then after we have discussed, later we'll bring information to the General Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Minister. Honorable members, is that all for Honorable Minister? Because soon she will ask permission to leave. Honorable Minister, do you want to be with us to close? We have less than 30 or 40 minutes to close this meeting. You are here with us, so it's 1:40. Okay, sir. Deputy Chief, please. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that okay.
So I want to breastfeed them.
Okay, so that I say the floor is yours. Continue. You have some few questions to answer. Then we'll close from there.
Thank you very much, Honorable PM. Honorable, I have one request for Honorable MP.
Okay.
Honorable, anytime I meet you, I will make this plea. Get LADMA some projects, climate change projects, some livelihood projects that comes to the ministry. They are all going to the north. And our situation here, sometimes they are even bad than what pertains in the north. So I will keep on reminding you. Thank you very much.
Sometimes, because of where I sit, some projects come, but we don't have land. There's a project that came for a land construction of a proper landfill site. We don't have the land. So if we have the land, they need, I think, about an acre or two of land to put it up. And I have held one of that. But where is the land? So if you can get land, we'll get some of these projects. And then I also want you to let me know what the assembly needs, so that whatever comes and I can lobby for some to come here, I'll do it. Thank you.
Like I say, wrap up fast.
Okay, thank you very much. Honorable PM, former PM, on the issue of the corridor of St. Paul's, yeah, we took notice of that, and I believe Works Engineer will work on it. And then going forward, in fact, we are having discussions as to what we should do with when it comes to screening of our classrooms. You know, the sand of late are not that coarse as it used to be. There are a lot of clay in them. So we are considering whether we go tiling, concrete tiling, or rough tiles in our classroom to avoid some of these from happening. I think on that note, and without any further question from honorable members, Honorable PM, I beg to resume my seat, sir.
There are more questions. Honorable Christopher Kogogo.
Behind of this assembly, the storm drain, the big one, has broken. We need to work on it seriously. The one behind the assembly, the storm drain, we need to champion that one.
Honorable JC.
Thank you, Right Honorable Presiding Member. Honorable Presiding Member,
This is an observation. At the market,